Can we be certain that he watched his motive video? Kibo inquired.
As a matter of fact, we can.
Kirumi recalled.
He told us that he watched his motive video the same morning we received them. Breathtaking, I believe he described it.
Ah, yes, Kibo agreed. I remember that now.
Are we gonna listen to this guy?
Miu wondered.
He loves lying to us after all.
I don't think he'd lie about this, Kaede replied. His life is on the line, same as anyone else. So, any other questions? Kokichi said mockingly. One, actually, the pianist responded, much to the shock of the short-statured boy. I just remembered something important that you might be able to help with. What's that? Kokichi asked. Well, depending on your answer, Kaede explained, we might finally get confirmation about when Shinguji-kun was killed. Is that even possible? Tenko wondered. Interesting. Ask away, Akamatsu-chan. Kokichi dared. When you went into Shinguji-kun's dorm room, was his bed made? Kokichi tilted his head in confusion. What? I wasn't really paying attention to that, but I think so. He probably made his bed after he woke up, Kaede theorized. And then he didn't mess with it until he went to sleep. So when we found his bed unmade this morning, it means he didn't have the chance to make it. I get it, Kaito cheered. If he woke up and left his room without making his bed, he probably was going to meet with this killer. So that means the crime took place this morning after all. But it still would have been before the morning announcement, Shuichi realized. Meaning the culprit was still under the nighttime rules, and they couldn't retrieve the knife after they left it in the pool.
So the culprit is someone who left the dorms before the morning announcement took place,
Maki surmised. Kokichi applauded. Clever, clever! Keep up the good work, and you might actually get through this alive.
Should I use magic to make him be quiet?
Himiko offered. Tenko approves of this plan! Tenko cheered. Maybe later, Kaede reassured. He might still have more information. Like what? Kokichi wondered out loud. Oh, you're wondering if I know who came and went since I was in the dorms the whole time, aren't you? A little, Kaede admitted. Tough, Kokichi mocked. I didn't have my dorm room open. I wasn't checking to see who was walking around. I just remember hearing footsteps. The earliest set was 6 a.m., Shuichi recalled. But we don't know if that was the culprit coming or going. Or maybe it was just someone headed to their research lab.
Perhaps we should approach this from another angle,
Kirumi posited. Like, what do you mean? Angie wondered.
I mean to say, if Shinguji-kun was in such a rush to see the culprit that he didn't make his bed, isn't it possible that they had agreed to meet ahead of time?
Kirumi explained. If they already meeting up, Gonta thought out loud, then it makes sense Shinguji-kun bring knife.
But even if that's the case,
Himiko chimed in.
we don't know if he planned the meeting or the culprit did.
I'd put my odds on the culprit, Ryoma surmised. If he planned the meeting, he likely would have given himself enough time to make his bed. Ryoma's like super smart, Angie declared. God must be tots proud of him. In any event, Kibo said, what purpose would the culprit have to call Shinguji-kun to the pool? They weren't planning to kill him since they used his weapon against him. Maybe they wanted to talk to him about something? Kaito theorized. Like what? Kaede asked.
The only thing I can think of
Maki threw out.
Is his motive video.
Why would they want to talk about that?
Himiko inquired.
If they somehow watched Shinguji's motive video, they were probably concerned about him attempting to escape.
Maki reasoned.
If they thought he might try to kill someone, They may have wanted to try and talk him out of it.
Sounds like something Bakamatsu might do.
Miu considered. How did we get to me? Kaede replied, shocked. A better question would be, how did the culprit get their hands on Shinguji-kun's video? Shuichi responded, changing the subject. Kokichi merely smirked. Oh dear, am I about to be suspicious again?
You never stopped being suspicious.
Maki corrected. No, it still doesn't make sense that he'd draw so much attention to himself before committing a murder, Shuichi argued. He wouldn't leave proof he left his room before the morning announcement like he did with the note. But who else could have seen the video? Angie asked. Maybe the culprit just grabbed the wrong one by accident, Kaito replied. The videos were clearly labeled, Tenko reminded him. No one would have made that kind of mistake. Unless the mistake was already made, Kaede realized. Huh? The Aikido practitioner responded, clearly puzzled. What if Oma-kun labeled someone's video with the wrong person's name by mistake? The pianist explained. If he did that, you'd end up with at least 2 people with the wrong video. The small boy pondered this. I'm pretty sure I double-checked, but I guess I could have done something like that.
This is quite a leap in logic.
Kirumi warned.
We have no way to know whether or not this is the case.
Furthermore, Kibo added, we are assuming that the culprit proceeded to watch their video after retrieving it from Oma-kun. Well, I did that, Kaede argued. I think most of us would have, Shuichi agreed. I wanted to double-check to remind myself of what Oma-kun knew. I didn't watch mine at first, Ryoma chimed in. But after Oma watched it, I had to. So everyone else has watched their video? Kibo inquired incredulously.
You still haven't seen yours?
Miu shot back. Of course not! Those videos are clearly nothing but trouble! Kibo proclaimed. A shame, Kokichi responded. Yours was very enlightening. To what do you refer? Kibo wondered. We're getting off topic, Kaede warned. So, did anyone check their video and find out they had the wrong one?
Are you an idiot? Who would admit to that now?
Maki asked. It was worth a shot, Kaede muttered. I had mine, Shuichi claimed. Angie saw herself in her video. Tenko's was exactly as she remembered it.
Yeah, me too.
Himiko said, with her usual level of commitment. You know I had mine, Kaito offered. Gonta's video? Definitely Gonta's, the gentleman explained.
What's the point of this?
Miu exploded.
Red Eye's right. No one's gonna admit they had the wrong video.
I would be more careful about nicknames if I were you.
Maki warned.
What's wrong?
Miu stepped back.
I didn't mean to offend, but please don't be mad.
There's gotta be something we missed at some point, Kaito interrupted. Something that would explain everything. Shuichi, you got anything? Shuichi shook his head. I'm afraid not. Nothing that would make a difference. At least, I don't think so. Kaede spoke up. I might have something. Shuichi intoned. It could just be nothing, the pianist admitted. But I think I heard something. Something that just didn't sit right with me.
What do you mean?
Maki asked. I'm not sure, to be honest, Kaede hedged. But this might be the opening we need. This could expose the killer. Select a suspect. End of chapter 16.